now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film. Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
A gain of 3, second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Again, it's Lewis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use the speed to get there in the run game. And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
This is Lewis. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Working with a second and goal now. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Dion Lewis taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Novak to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run him here. This is their fullback getting the carry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And now a carry here for their fullback. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on third and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Back now here in Santa Clara. They come out here in the eye. On the ground, this is Smith. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. They're the hook up over the middle to Pryor. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On the carry, here's Smith. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll run it here with Smith. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back last time.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And Helfet has it on the right side. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. The big fella, 20, 10. A big play there on the catch. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Touchdown, Carolina. Deion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And it's 4th down.
The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.